Hey everyone, more disturbing information coming out today. This time it's out of BuzzFeed News. You know, that leftist basically propaganda outlet at this point. Although I have heard they do some reasonable articles. There are a few contributors, so I won't paint with that broad of a brush. I guess there may be some nuance there. So, you know, I try to hold myself to a higher standard than most. So I will at least offer that caveat. But in this case, it's definitely down to playing the left versus right, the identity politics game. And these people, like I say, whether you're on the left or the right, they're all playing as if this is a zero-sum game. Like, listen, and actually, in reality, the truth of the matter is, it basically kind of might be that way if everyone keeps doubling down on run to their political corners as a means to divide us all. Because once everyone's angry, divided, resentful, and hating each other, well, I mean, it's nice. The best case scenario you can have is they just stay the fuck away from each other. But a lot of times that's not the case because we all have to live with each other and we all live under governments where one side gets to impose their will, their mandates, their edicts on the other. So at the end of the day, what will probably end up with this kind of left-right identity politics bullshit or pitting Team A against Team B is it'll eventually at some point in time turn into civil conflict. And those kind of conflicts can turn very violent very quickly once that escalation takes place. Yeah, I'm not a slave to the left or the right. I'm an independent, sovereign human being that knows how to think for myself. I don't have to join up with Team A or Team B when I look out there and both teams are just a bunch of authoritarian collectivists and mindless conformists. No, I like to say, yeah, I'm an independent person that thinks for myself. Headline, Facebook bans Faith Goldy and Canadian white nationalist groups in latest crackdown. Individuals and organizations who spread hate, attack, or call for the exclusion of others on the basis of who they are have no place on Facebook, a Facebook spokesperson said. It's posted on April 8th, 2019. Facebook will ban Faith Goldy, Soldiers of Odin, the Canadian Nationalist Front, and other hate groups from across its platforms, the company said on Monday. Now, I just want to say first and foremost, this is the problem with those in Facebook and these social media platforms. I don't care if you have the best intentions in the fucking world. Every time you escalate this stuff or try to ban or silence people that, you know, and I agree, a lot of these things, a lot of these people even, they say some really stupid, idiotic things, right? I'll even admit that myself, which is why I'm not even a fan or associated with most of these people, because I can recognize that, but I also recognize that trying to silence them, suppress them, or deny them their voice, it's not going to make them go away. Who the hell are these people in Facebook that think, have you never fucking read a history book? Do you not understand the whole point and purpose of freedom of speech? What is, like I say, I'm not... At this point, to me, it's like we're dealing with a bunch of petulant children that are all throwing a bunch of fucking temper tantrums or rustling and wrangling each other for some power position, so where they can dominate one side over the other, right? To me, it's like, would you stop? Just stop, all right? At the very fucking least, when you've dug yourself in a hole, which, like these social media platforms, you've dug yourself into a pretty deep hole at this point in time. The wisest thing you can do, and you should be intelligent people in these places, and I suspect you mostly are. So turn this down just a little bit, use this a little more. You're not doing anything that's going to benefit us by silencing and suppressing people that, and we see it. I don't see anything where they're shutting down or silencing Antifa or some of these far leftist people, individuals, or organizations. So you know, all you're doing, and maybe is this a psychological thing? You know, are you playing that? Was it reverse psychology or something? Are you trying to actually get these so-called right-wingers to actually escalate and do? Maybe that's the case. Like I say, I don't try to pretend that I know what's going on in the minds of these people, but I can tell you that I do at least understand what the consequence of trying to silence and suppress people's voices, even those that you don't agree with, even those that say things that you don't like. It's not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit your platform. It's not going to benefit me. It's not going to benefit society. It's not going to benefit the world, all right? What's going to benefit us all is at least giving people the opportunity to say what they have to say and allow people like, well, I don't know, you can use me as an example, right? Rather than silence and suppressing Faith Goldy, Let me do my job and maybe try to reach out. But you know, I wouldn't even fucking go near people like that with a 10-foot pole, because what? Then I might be associated with them, right? And then maybe I might get silenced or suppressed. Maybe instead of trying to silence and suppress them, you should use people like freedom of speech, and allow people like myself to try to reach out to these people in some way, in some aspect, in some regard. And try to break through some of this shit and figure out a way how we can come together instead of further dividing ourselves or putting each other in these goddamn political camps, right? Where we're all hating and envious and resentful of each other. I just, like I say, rather than throwing them under the bus, maybe, like I say, who cares? It don't have to be me. I'm just one dude. I'm just saying it could be anybody, but just allow people to communicate with each other. You think Faith, Goldy, or any of these people are just going to sit down, shut up, right? No. They'll gravitate to different platforms, and other people will gravitate to those platforms, especially those that want to listen to them. So you're not silencing or suppressing them, but then you give them the advantage of saying, see, we are being oppressed. And in reality, they are. So you're giving them all the fodder they need to use against you. Like I say, I just don't understand who these people are that run these companies anymore. What the hell? Are you not all supposed to be adults? Has anyone ever picked up a fucking book and read history? Or even, maybe if you don't like to read, watch a movie, watch a documentary. Do something that at least educates, informs yourself about stuff that has happened in the past when people have tried to silence or suppress people from a political perspective or background. Yeah, it doesn't work out very well. The ban will extend to any Facebook group, pages, and Instagram accounts associated with those banned, which also includes Kevin Goudreau, Wolves of Odin, and the Aryan Strike Force. These individuals and organizations have expressed white nationalist sentiments and violate Facebook's policy on dangerous individuals and organizations, which bans terrorist activity, organized hate, mass or serial murder, human trafficking, organized violence, or criminal activity. The ban comes after the social media giant has come under renewed scrutiny for allowing racism and hate to flourish on its platforms, and weeks after the terrorism attack in Christchurch, New Zealand, which was broadcast live on Facebook. Individuals and organizations who spread hate, attack, or call for exclusion of others on the basis of who they are have no place in Facebook, a Facebook spokesperson said. That's why we have a policy on dangerous individuals and organizations, which states that we do not allow those who are engaged in offline organized hate to have a presence on Facebook. The individuals and organizations we have banned today violate this policy, and they will no longer be allowed a presence on our services. Our work against organized hate is ongoing, and we will continue to review individuals, pages, groups, and content against our community standards. So anyways, folks, I'll post a link to this article in the description of the video below, but well, I mean, the escalation, it continues to be ramped up, as you can clearly see. No one's trying to tamp down the flames of division or hatred or nothing. And in reality, like, whether this BuzzFeed article, whether they even agree with it, I don't know. I don't know this person, like I say, who's putting this post out there, what their particular opinion position is. But it seems very much they're pretty much aligned with this, or even the people, like I say, the execs or the ones that are deciding to do this, right? I don't know what any of you actually think or believe in your mind. Like, what's going on? Like, I just I'm curious. I'm baffled on a continuing ongoing basis how you think that doing what you're doing is going to benefit in any way. And like I say, don't take my word for it. Like, lots of people, hey, call me an idiot, call me stupid, call me whatever the hell you want. I really don't give a shit. I've heard it all, right? From everyone from every side of the political aisle and background. It seems that I'm attacked from people on the left and the right constantly because I try to be honest, I try to be objective, I try to be truthful, I try to be moral and consistent in my ethics. But yeah, I'm continually attacked. But at the very least, I mean, attack me all you want, but attacking me isn't going to change how reality is going to unfold. And at some point in time, every one of you, like I say, on the left or the right, or all these people that are playing identity politics or pitting each other into these divisive groups and pitting us against each other, at some point in time, you're all going to acknowledge, even if I'm not even here at that point in time, I don't know, but you're all going to have to acknowledge at some point in time that, yeah, people like Bennett, we were right. And we were trying to warn you that you don't do this. This is bad. It's a bad idea. It's a bad precedent. And you're not helping the situation. You're not going to prevent hate. You think like, even if these people, as you suggest, are hating people or groups, and I'm not saying that's good. Obviously, I agree. That's a bad thing, right? To hate on groups just because of their identity or whether their skin color or their background or their race or their religion. But you're not going to stop hateful people from being hateful by banning them from your platform. Just like with criminal laws or banning guns, you can't prevent criminals from being criminals, right? You can't legislate morality. And the fact that in 2019, the information age, and these people, like in social media, you are the people at the forefront of the information age. How do you not realize this stuff? How do you not have a full grasp and understanding of how counterproductive silence and suppressing voices really is? Like, why do you think the very place that you become so successful, the United States, when your business started, you would have never became as successful as a business or as a business model if you had tried this in any other country that did have the ability to silence and suppress people? The reason why your platform became so popular and gave voice to so many people was because it was done in the United States under the pretense, under the presumption that freedom of speech was part and parcel of that culture, right? Anyways, I don't know. I'll trust me, you'll hear from me a lot more regarding a lot of this stuff because, like I say, I don't see anyone de-escalating. I'm pretty sure you'll hear a lot more stories such as this and the escalation continue, and I'll respond in kind. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.